change. You know what I mean? I'm thinking different, but I'm back in the same situation though. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't know. I ain't got no skills. You know what I mean? Jobs. I had a few little, McDonald jobs and this and that here and there, but I don't know nothing. So after a little while, I don't go back to selling drugs. You know what I mean? So I ended up, linking up with a couple of brothers, and so we didn't even do music from '97 to '98, right? We didn't record no music. It was such a blur, right?
Mm.
It's like '96 was so monumental for us. '98 was like it was man, it was epic, but it was a blur, man. From the end of '97 to '98, okay, I bonded out. So I went on a run. I didn't go get sentenced. You know what I mean? Because I signed a plea, right? 20-year plea. Me, my little sister, and my guy, we all end up signing the same, similar plea because we all had separate cases, but they carried the same time.
Right.
So we end up, we all end up signing a 20-year plea deal. So long story short, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, you know what I mean? Where we go from here? You know what I mean? What we gonna do? So I ended up uh coming up with coming up with the master plan. I come up with the robbery. You know what I mean? So we end up, you know what I mean, doing our thing. You know what I mean? So uh as we prepare, right, we gather up, you know what I mean, the things that we need for it, and then we go because we cased out one uh actual store,
Mm.
and by the time when we go do it, you know what I mean, it was like, nah, I mean, you can't do it because things didn't plan out right. So we roll around, and I'm like, well, all right, we already together. Y'all say y'all down. Let's go hit this bank. So long story short, we made the headline news. The first bank robbers, man, Elkhart, uh, Indiana. We on the front page, and so, but we didn't get caught. We didn't get caught then. You know what I mean? So I ended up. We got
do,
away.
do you remember how
Mm.
much you made
From what?
from the robbery?
Oh man, the robbery. I think we got like um, it was like 19 up 20,000 we got away with, but
Mm.
well, because they had the die packs, they recouped like about 10, little over half of it back because of the die pack. But we got away, you know what I mean? And then so we ended up splitting our ways and going our separate ways, the three of us, right? We went on a run. So
Right.
at this time I'm on the run, I ended up going down south, where my son was. And so I go down there, like man, baby mama, just chilling. I'm thinking, what I mean, to myself, getting, what I mean, my thoughts together, right? Just picturing the whole scenario. I got 20 years if I get caught because they already
Looking at 20 years.
because check this out. On the run, he told me when I signed the plea that if I don't come back to get sentenced, he was gonna sentence me without me being there, right?
Mm.
So I knew I was already sentenced, right? Already because I didn't show up for sentence. So I'm down there, I'm thinking, right? I'm like, dang, I got 20. So I'm starting off at 20. And so that's without the robbery. So I'm like, man. I'm like, whew. So I'm looking at my son. He like, mm, maybe 9 months or so. You know what I mean? So he around that age, he baby, he cute, bouncing down. So I spend, you know what I mean, money on him, get him a gang of clothes, um, diapers, stuff, everything. You know what I mean? We down there, we do what we do, and then I look around. You know what I mean? I'm thinking at it, and I'm like, dang, I ain't gonna be around to see you grow up. You know what I mean? It's pivotal parts. You know what I mean? I'm actually gonna be gone. You know, so I prayed and I repented, and you know what I mean. And I was asking actually before that I had repented while I was on the run before I went down there, and I asked God, you know what I mean, just to let me see my son one more time. You feel me? Before I go, I prayed this. I listen, watch this. I prayed this prayer in the back seat of a police car, though, right? So I had got picked up. They was looking for some dude that I fit the description of the robber. So they wanted to take me in for questioning. So, you know what I mean? They take me in there. So I'm back there though. I pray. I ask, man, Lord, you know what I mean? I already know. I'm thinking I'm gone though. You know, I'm like, man, it's over. You know what I mean? So I'm all gone. You know what I mean? Drunk. They take me down there, got me handcuffed. I throw up because I done ran. You know what I mean? I done ran from them. By the time they caught me, go down there, I threw up. Like, damn. So the detective come in and talk to me. Like, what's up? Woo, woo. You know what I mean? You got an alibi, man? Where you woo? I'm like, yeah, my girl can tell you. You know what I mean? We was up there, we cooking, we barbecuing, woo, all that. You know, hold the spiel. He's like, will you be willing to take a lie detector test? Like, yeah, come on with this. You know. Now he came, gave me the lie detector test. By this time, this is July 4th,
Dang.
close to the 4th of July.
Right.
Because they gotta go. He was about to leave, you know what I mean, and about to go on his, about to be off. So he give me, he come, he like, man, boom, he come back in. He said, today your lucky day. He says, he's like, you gotta promise me though, because Friday, he's like, man, you gotta promise me that you're gonna come back Monday and give me your state. I said, oh yeah, you got my word. I got you. I'm thinking, man, you let me off these cups, man, straight up. So get out. He let me out. He let me walk through the door. I'm like, what? God, who do that? I did it. I did it. I was the mastermind of it, and I walked out the door. Crazy. So I go down there, right? I go back to the crib, right? I walk through the door, everybody crying, they jump around. Man, I'm like, what y'all crying for? What y'all, boy, we thought you was gone. Oh yeah, that was epic. Yeah. So I'm like, man, go ahead, go ahead, come on, let's go and party up. So this time, you know what I mean, you know, individuals, you know what I mean, that we was involved with, you know what I mean, like, man, we looking at the scenario, and so, um, like, man, we gotta get ghost though, cause it's kind of hot. So, that's when I ended up going. I left and went down south. You know what I mean, Tennessee. So I left from here, went back down to Tennessee. Um, went and traveled a few states. You know what I mean, Michigan, Missouri. You feel me? I did a little bit of traveling, and so by the time I got a chance to sit down with my son, and though I was like, well, okay, all right, God, you did your part. You feel me? You gave me the opportunity to see my son one last time, and so you know what I mean. Anything can happen there, really, for me. So uh, And I was just cool. And so from that point, I ended up making my way back up north, and then went to Gary, Indiana. That was my location. That was the locale spot, and I was Gary. But crept back in Elkhart, you know what I mean? And then uh as I was about to actually make an exit, my final exit, and go back deeper south, I ended up getting caught the next day. Actually the day before I was actually going to get on the train and be gone. And the day before, I was supposed to be hidden. I was put up. I was put up. I mean, listen, while I was in Elkhart, I was at there's no exaggeration. I was at about 15 different houses. And every one, the police was called, and they came right after I left. I
Man.
had just left. You get the call, they like, man, they just now, boy, they just left. Guess who here? Like, what? Who? Man, the police here right now, man. They looking for you. Man, dang. You know, so it's getting hot. You feel? So I would put up, and I made a mistake, you know what I mean? Young, thinking about a little brawl, go by there. And when I'm leaving the female house, the police was already staking the crib out. You feel me? So
Mm.
uh, they end up getting behind me. I took them on a chase. You know what I mean? Running. They end up catching up with me, and I was like, "Well, this is it." You feel me? So that started right. That was 1998.
Okay, I know you guys are enjoying the episode, but I gotta let you know that this part of the video is sponsored by Who Knew. Who Knew is a brand building ecosystem that's literally strategically built for you to be able to create the brand that you can only imagine. You can build your dream website. You can get business credit and unsecured business funding. You can be able to get managed by us. And not only that, we actually have a tool called Mercabus that we created to be able to give you the power to rank on Google, YouTube, or any other platform almost instantly. You can be able to keep up with the episodes. You can be able to get hosting. You can be able to get any plugin and thing that you need to be able to build the type of brand that you can envision. Trust me when I tell you, Who Knew changed my life, and then Who Knew have changed so many different people. That's why we have a plethora of entrepreneurs that have already taken their business from $0 to 6 and 7 figures. Literally, it's pointless for me to have this conversation with you to try to convince you of something that you already need. It doesn't matter what part of the journey that you're on, from the beginning to the point of your building and wanting to go farther to take your brand to the next level, or if you just trying to scale and you already at the top and you already reached that plethora. Who Knew have every single thing for you. Now, you're gonna get back into the episode.